Bryan, it's time for our feature presentation, man.
Yep.
I wanted to save this guy for third because I think he's going to generate the most conversation out of us. I like Cashius Howell a lot. Edge rusher from
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of people, to my eye, it seems like they're a little down on him. I see some people got him in the second round.
It should have been down on those A&M kids from last year, not this year, right?
Man, them kids last year, I don't know what the hell y'all think with them people. But
that was wild.
I don't know what the hell they think.
Seriously, that was wild how that started.
All three of them.
It was crazy.
And they all got the same name. That was Shamar.
You're fighting people. They're like, oh, no. And you're like going, man, I'm sorry. Why are you fighting me?
I just try to be right, Bryan. But we ain't got to go down that road, man.
I know.
But this A&M kid, though, different, Bryan.
He's different.
And I'm seeing him kind of mocked in the 20s or something. And I'm like, man,
yeah.
I like this dude pass rushing as much as I like Bain and Bailey.
Okay.
Now, how you have them ranked is your business.
Right.
How you got these guys ranked is your business. He's my third guy right now. And I got height under him in the second round or whatever.
Right.
But I got Cashius as a first round grade. He's my third edge, Bryan. And I'm watching this guy. The same conversation we have about measurables with Bain.
Yeah.
I had that same conversation about Howell.
Yeah.
He's not going to be everybody's measurable wet dream or whatever.
Right.
Pause. He's not going to be that for everybody.
I just said, yeah.
But Bryan, this son of a gun, no matter how big you think he is, he does all the run stuff well.
Right.
Not just like, oh, I'm going to run to the football. He's crashing pullers.
Yeah.
He's fighting outside on the outside zones.
Yeah.
He's stacking and shedding, reading and getting rid of blockers and shit. I said, okay, I don't know how long his arms are.
Yeah.
But he's stacking and shedding folks.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out. But as a pass rusher, Bryan, he put the satin on the panties as a pass rusher, Bryan. Mm-hmm. We talk about tools. I love a pass rusher with tools, and maybe that's why I got him a little higher than I see some other people. I think he got more tools than anybody that we've talked about on the show right now, Bryan. And look, when I say tools on the tool belt, I don't mean long arms or you fast or you this. I mean I'm gonna come off the ball, do a large step to the inside to disrupt your feet. Large step back outside, defeat your outside hand, flatten, get my quarterback. He'll set you up early in the game to hit you with something at the end. I'm a bull rush you because you think I'm working outside.
Yeah.
I'm going to fake the bull rush, get rid of you, and get back inside.
Yeah.
I talked to John Owning, by the way. Me and you, and maybe him can talk about it. I actually got a report on Reese. The more I'm thinking as a pass rusher, the more I'm thinking about this. So you could add Reese to this list of pass rushers. I think Howell got as much pass rush intrigue as all these guys.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best bowl game performance, Bryan, but we got to talk about all that. We got to break all that down. A lot of people was like, "Damn, Voch, where's Cashius Howell in the bowl game stuff?" I'll do more research and I'll let y'all know what I thought about it in that game in particular, Bryan. But tools. I watched them versus Mississippi State, LSU, and South Carolina. Beat the hell out of all of them.
I'll tell you what, the game that was interesting for him was, and you're right about the measurables, the tools, and all that. 6'4", 245.
Rushing with a plan, having a counter, Bryan. I love all that.
I felt like I watched the games. I watched LSU, Mississippi State, Florida. Notre Dame was an interesting one. Notre Dame handled him better than LSU.
I got to watch Notre Dame.
Yeah.
He beat the shit out of LSU.
Yeah, he destroyed LSU. LSU was going with a rookie, a freshman left tackle. Not an excuse.
It's never. Yeah.
It's the Southeastern Conference. Go play. Not an excuse. LSU had no answer for him. And they tried to double him, and they tried to chip him. They tried to do everything. LSU had no way of stopping this young man.
Yeah.
I felt like that Notre Dame did a better job of blocking him. It's an early season game, so maybe you're kind of like getting into the swing of things. I mean, you could look at the Ohio State kids and see like early in the season, and all of a sudden by the time like Styles in the Texas game was completely different than Styles against Indiana at the end of the year. So sometimes it happens with these kids. I think what's amazing about Howell, he does it from a 2-point stance.
Yeah.
He didn't put his hand on the ground very much.
Flies off, though.
It is just like 2-point stance and go. And the quickness, the explosiveness, it's really amazing the way that he's able to get off the ball from a 2-point stance. It was impressive. But like Voch said, he can win a lot of different ways as a pass rusher. His ability to duck underneath when he comes off the ball, he could turn speed to power. He could cross chop. He could spin when necessary. He's the bend. I know our channel here at Crown. Yeah. We're into all this bending now. Yeah. We're a bendy team. We had it yesterday on the stack. Voch and I have talked about bendiness with players and stuff like that. Yeah. But this guy can bend, and he does a solid job with the hands. People are going to say, "Oh, a shorter arm guy." Well, you ain't got no problem. I mean, you could see him. He wins battle. He wins battles with his hand use. I think he's a really high IQ player. You don't see him get fooled. You don't see him get knocked out of place. The motor, the effort. He's been asked to drop in coverage. It didn't appear to be a struggle. Yeah, but I don't listen. Come on,
we're not about to ask him to do all that. No, go get the quarterback.
Just go get the quarterback here. So if you have to study games. Look at the LSU game. Look at the games Voch was talking about. Look at those games. Also put in your repertoire Notre Dame.
I'm going to watch Notre Dame, too. I love to watch bad games, too.
Yeah. Watch the Notre Dame game because I think Notre Dame did a little bit better job of handling him early in that campaign.
Yeah. Cashius is – I'm a big fan of him, Bryan.
Oh, yeah.
And I think teams suck at drafting.
Yeah.
I think teams suck at drafting. I think they're going to look at him. I think they're going to look at his size. I think they're going to kind of let him fall a little bit.
Yeah.
Perfect. And me and you talked about this before. I don't need to have the bulky edge guy.
Yeah.
I don't have to have a bulky, pass rusher. Like right. Bain is a bulkier pass rusher.
Right.
I'll take a small get after the quarterback guy, especially if I can get him at like 19 or 20, whatever happens, Bryan, because you got interior guys that can hold down the boat. And Cashius ain't no slouch in the run game.
No, not at all.
He's not a slouch in the run game. To where I feel like David Bailey has some room to improve.
Yeah, David Bailey will jump around gaps. He'll like kind of jump and do that. Howell, as you say, will extend and kind of throw you aside and play the run.
He'll stand grown man up. Yeah. So, look, man, I be feeling so good about it. And, I don't mind jumping out on a limb at all, Bryan. Yeah. I'll be different than everybody else. But I got Cashius as my third guy. I wanted to put him at my second guy, but Bailey's just so naturally gifted. And I think Bailey got a lot more room to grow. Yeah. I think Cashius is like who he is right now. I think he's who he's going to be. But I like that about him.
Let me do this because you're a longtime scout doing this stuff.
Yes, sir.
Longtime scout. Would have loved to have scouted with you on an NFL stage.
I was a baby.
The thing that when you look at, say, Bailey.
Yes, sir.
Fits the scout eye, right? Mm-hmm. Does Howell just fit the football player eye? And I mean this in a way that, like, you're betting on. I think there's a chance that Howell might be the better overall player than Bailey. But Bailey's ability I think they both have the ability to rush the passer. And that's why I'm struggling with what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I've got Howell as my third guy. Sure. Bain, Bailey, Howell.
I got it too, yeah.
And I'm struggling with a little bit is this football player better than Bailey overall?
Yeah. Well, Bryan, let me ask you this. Why do you have Bain over Bailey?
For this, you know what? And you make a point. To be honest with you, it should be Bain, it should be Howell, and it should be Bailey.
Because Bain gives you more in the run game.
Yeah, and I could see maybe a little bit more, but the pass rush. Yeah. But I also know I could kick him inside and play him as a 3. And I hate this. I hate saying this because every time you say position flex, it means you've got nothing. It means you got nothing. You're good at a couple of things. You're not great. Play at a position and go be great. I have questions now of why I don't have Howell over Bailey on my board.
See, Bryan, you Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
I'm the dude that watches the film.
Right.
Aisha's sitting over there. She's the nerd that run down the analytics.
Right.
She's gonna tell you, Coach, Bailey got this get off. Bailey is this tall, this long. He does this. And she wouldn't be wrong.
Right.
I'm going to be like, well, Coach an analytics person or Jerry an analytics person. I think that, the Cowboys are this kind of team. I think Cashius can do all the things that you want him to do right now. To where you look at his measurables and the analytics and all this kind of stuff, you're definitely thinking about his ceiling and how good he can be.
Right.
I'll say, okay, well, what do you think he needs to work on? Well, he needs to get better with his run, and he has some pass rush, but I kind of want him to work on his counters more. I want him to have a bigger tool belt in terms of having a plan and all this kind of stuff. I think Bailey got all that right now. I mean, I think Howell got all that. Right
I think Howell's got all that right now,
right this second,
and it's making as we're having this discussion, it's making me wonder why. It's making me wonder why I would not have Howell over Bailey right now. You know, I love Bain because I think Bain can do so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the fact, it's funny. I don't like Voch at Auburn, and I'd say like him because he's like a 285-pound guy.
Sure,
but
he's a damn 3-tech for real.
But I like Bain because he's 275. But do I like him because I see more explosiveness from the player?
Because you're a film guy.
Yeah,
you can turn the film on and be like, "Yo, I'm watching what Bain is doing." See, and I've embraced analytics more.
I've tried to
throughout my time.
Yeah, I've tried.
Film tell me everything, Brian.
Yeah.
So I can look at Bain and be like, I mean, I feel you, bro. You can like, and look, the Cowboys had this same kind of thing with Mykel Williams last year.
Yeah.
They liked Mykel Williams because they like measurables, they like long arm and stuff. But man, I watched the film, and if you make a list of all the things that Mykel Williams does well on film, his need to work on section is much longer than his what he's good at section.
Right.
Man, this Cashius Howell character, his what he's good at section is long as hell, Brian.
Yeah.
And if you say, well, what's his problem? Well, he's not as big. His arms aren't as long, but he knows how to play football.
Yeah.
At some point, we're going to talk about D tackles, Brian.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the difference between Caden McDonald and Caleb Banks.
Yeah.
Man, Caleb Banks could be analytic gold.
Right.
He don't know how to play football yet.
Yeah, Florida kid.
From Florida.
Yeah.
Caleb Banks from Florida don't know how to play football yet. He don't know how to play D tackle yet.
Yeah.
He's a dude
where McDonald does know how to play.
McDonald know how to stack somebody up and find the football while he wrestling and get rid of you. Caleb Banks still run down the middle of people.
Yeah.
And I think when he run down and he gets involved in these fights, he'll drop his head and don't know where the ball is around him. He got all the measurables though, Brian. He's gonna test much better than all the rest of these guys.
Yeah.
Banks might test better than Woods. I don't know. I'm just a little early.
Yeah.
But Banks measurables, his analytics, perfect, and somebody gonna overdraft him because of that. I'm film guy first.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Cashius Howell. He know how to play defensive end.
I agree with you.
He know how to play down defensive end, bro. We're gonna keep talking about it.
No, this discussion, it just makes you think because you asked the question why. Hell, I didn't have a great answer for you.
Yeah.
That bothers me. That really bothers me that I didn't. Well, of course I like this guy, but I didn't have a great answer for you, man.
Yeah.
Because you're right. I think Cashius Howell, if you put him on a football field right now, probably do a little bit more for you than what Bailey would do, right?
Day one for sure. But, because edges always got to grow and improve.
Should we be thinking about taking the guy that has the most? I always hate this word, the upside stuff.
As a Cowboy conversation, you might want to have the more day one ready guys this year.
Yeah.
As a Cowboy dude.
Because you're not going to be able to fill everything defensively that you need to do.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So you're going to need a guy that's going to be good at the. See, I'm trying to get a guy that can rush the passer, and I think Bailey can do that. Yeah. I think Howell can do that too.
Yeah.